He was a weak season.
They were talking about the whole show, though.
ReZero used to be in
The
big
only one
fiction,
that does drag here is you,
Bro,
mate.
ReZero...
Because I shot my balls across your face.
Not a 10 out of 10, but it used to be a 9 out of 10.
A 9 out of...
Bro, ReZero was
Okay,
arguing...
bro.
I don't know after... Hello? Welcome back to another Brother Complex video.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay, sorry.
Hello?
Welcome back to another Brother Complex video. Another Friday. Today's gonna be a good one, hopefully. What are we reviewing this?
ReZero.
That was a leveling. Yeah, okay, we're reviewing ReZero.
So we reviewed Soul Leveling ages ago, mate.
couple days ago already.
Oh, yeah,
Couple
we
weeks
reviewed
ago.
it. Yeah, okay, yeah. So, it's gonna be a good episode. We're starting
This guy
off
fired
with a bracket. It's gonna be games, Marvel games. Explains the figurines. And
I didn't agree with these by the way.
I'm running the episode today, so we're gonna start with bracket, then go into a main topic. I'll explain the main topic because it's a little bit different than normal. Then we're reviewing ReZero and finishing off with the game like we always do. From the last episode, me and Pedro were the two losers. Yeah. So this time we're gonna figure out who's the actual overall loser. That has to do the punishment next episode, but we'll get to that when we get
go into a little bit just more logistics. If you like the content, do please subscribe. It does go a long way. Leave a like as well if you like the episode. And we've got social media down below. We basically just, because we know that your attention span is dookie. So, yeah, if you want to see this form of content, shorter form, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts should be down below. So please go support the channel.
no YouTube Shorts because they're watching this on YouTube.
Yeah, and let's share on Spotify.
It's-
And
Unless you're on
actually, go
Spotify,
check
yeah.
Instagram because there's gonna be a post there.
There's gonna be a post there.
There
And
should be already one up there. By
Your
this
support
episode.
goes a long way. So, yeah, we appreciate you.
Okay, so let's just get right into it. Let's not waste time. So, as I said, we're doing a Marvel games bracket.
If it's not us in the
So
business, it's not
the
same
way
thing.
it works, this
Oh,
bracket is
perfect.
Both of you are fired.
the way we're doing it is that like you have to choose. The cat's on the table for some unknown reason. We have to choose
Or a
a
farm.
game for it to stay. So
We
the
don't
other
own the
game
cat.
ceases to exist. Okay. And you understand why I'm saying that. So okay, we're just gonna start. Let me just separate these. Okay, so the first one we're going with Jesus Christ, Spider-Man 1 against Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Spider-Man 1. It's not a discussion. Spider-Man 1's the best superhero game of all time. What?
No, I'm not.
This guy, he forgot to take his seizure meds.
I'm not.
Under what?
Marvel Ultimate Alliance. That's what I'm going with.
Over Spider-Man 1?
Yeah.
Okay, you'd be wrong. And if you pick Ultimate Alliance, you're also incorrect.
The nostalgia factor.
The nostalgia is
That's
insane,
not...
bro.
Okay, but we're not talking about nostalgia factor. We're talking about which
Bro,
game's better.
bro, a two-person game that could have potentially been 4 if PS2 had invented 4 gaps for the controllers. Marvel, for the time, and even now, if the game dropped now, just a tiny better quality, yeah, altogether.
Spider-Man 1's better. Spider-Man 1, like, in terms of, like, being a superhero game, it's better.
For me, I'm going to have to go with Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Well, this is a personal preference thing.
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that's a lie.
It breaks my heart, but
Does it?
Don't get me wrong, I love Marvel Ultimate
break your
Alliance,
anus.
but, like, it's just not... Because the story just isn't as good as Spider-Man.
and it's just everything about the first Spider-Man.
And you
game
couldn't
was
get past the test with MODOK because you guys were idiots.
No, it's because it was in English.
It
and we
was in
couldn't
English,
speak
and we
English
couldn't speak it
back
properly.
then.
Oh, yeah, Stad. And
He could speak English either.
So yes.
Yeah, we just kept guessing.
Yeah.
Okay, so Spider-Man 1 moves forward. The next one is...
That's insane, though. Back then...
we didn't know English.
It's
It's
saying that you were
insane.
born in a foreign country and you couldn't speak a foreign language.
The next one is the Miles Morales game against Spider-Man 2.
Miles Morales game.
No,
Spider-Man 2.
I don't agree. Oh, yeah, I presume... Because there's 4 of us, my vote's impartial, so it's up to them 3.
You don't have to look
Yeah,
up on the mic,
yeah.
bro.
Miles Morales
Nah,
game.
I'll-
No, I
I'll
think
say
Spider-Man
Miles
2 with the whole symbiote.
We kind of already had this discussion.
A little bit.
Did I play
Like, I'm
Spider-Man
not
2?
angry at you. Like, I'm not
With
angry.
the symbiote.
I didn't
I'm
play
not
it.
angry. I think he's a...
You remember he's...
I don't think I played Spider-Man 2 because I never played the game that had the symbiote.
Maybe.
You're a waste of air as usual, then.
Miles
Bro, did you not play the one with, like, Venom?
No. Fuck.
Why is he here?
I'll buy it. Don't worry about it. Miles Morales.
Alright. Miles Morales goes
Throw
forward.
it back on it real quick.
How much is it costing?
Go buy a whole console.
How much?
just
How
play
much does it cost a grand?
it.
I'll send you a grand for
I
this.
can't believe that you bought a whole PS5.
What even happens in Miles Morales again?
Bro,
Oh,
that
it's
was
the
the
whole
best-
thing
Yeah,
with,
it's
with
the
Finn.
yeah.
That was the
Finn.
best decision ever.
The Thinker and the Thinkerers.
Yeah.
Do you say you can't
The
believe
Tinkerers.
you can't believe I bought PS5?
Yeah, fair.
That was the
No,
best
but-
decision ever.
Miles
No,
Morales.
no, I'm not saying it was a bad decision.
I could go either way,
Okay,
really.
so moving on. X-Men Origins Wolverine against the Avengers.
Origins Wolverine, 100%.
So
Oh.
Origins Wolverine is
That,
the
which
PSP
one's
that
PSP
game
game?
Oh.
on the PSP.
With the Avengers
Bother.
isn't the one that had hella glitches, bro.
Yeah.
Apparently it's slightly better now. I haven't played it.
Oh,
Well, I don't
It's
remember
off.
the X-Men Oranges.
I still go back to it and I still want to kill myself.
Apparently the swinging from Spider-Man is not that bad.
It's not
I didn't really
the Spider-Man
play.
game is better.
I didn't
Yeah, of
really
course.
play both.
So again,
Again, I'm quite partial about it. What did you choose?
Me. I mean, I don't remember much of the X-Men.
I think I'm gonna have to go
But
with
I
the.
do remember that the Avengers was very bad, especially when it came out.
Can I just?
But I'm still gonna go with the Avengers because I still think it was more fun to play with like Thor and shit.
Yeah, I
and the
might.
Hulk.
I might have to go with.
I
the
really
Avengers,
like the
yeah.
whole hammer thing with Thor.
Yeah, I like the
The
game.
story
mechanics.
itself was shit, but
You just don't know. Just don't know.
So what are we going with?
Avengers.
Avengers.
Avengers?
They're wrong.
It's not making it fun.
What
I
does
know
that happen
it's
in the X-Men Oranges?
It's
Isn't it the one where you also
it-
play with the fucking Spider-Man?
No,
or
no,
whatever?
It's Wolverine's Origins.
It's the movie of Wolverine, but just in a game, and it just make it 10 times better than the movie because they include stuff that wasn't in the movie.
I just don't remember.
Alright, we can go
So-
with Avengers.
Like I remember one split frame. That's not enough for me to go.
So the next one, we haven't played one of the games because it's not out yet. But it's a thing of like
What
you
Wolverine game?
you either keep the game that it is now, or you lose the one coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you lose the one coming up, or you have the one coming up and you lose the one you have now. Okay. So we have the upcoming Wolverine game
Mm-hmm.
against Marvel Rivals.
The upcoming Wolverine game.
You're giving up on the thing.
I'm giving up on anything. I love Marvel Rivals.
You know, you lose the memes as well. The thing is gone.
I've been grinding Marvel Rivals on a
I
weekly
got bored
basis.
quickly with Marvel Rivals. I'll be
Yeah,
honest.
well,
Did you even end up playing together?
Never.
He got a whole console to play together then.
This guy's messaged me. I messaged.
excuse me, I've messaged you. When can you play this week? I'll match your time. You're like, I'm busy this
Never
week.
you said that.
Never.
Never.
You
Say
said
mom.
it.
I messaged you.
Mums.
I
Just
said,
talk the truth.
liar.
That's normal.
You messaged me saying you want to play now. It's 8 p.m. I go, man.
No,
It's been
not
bed.
now, bro. I've messaged you
All right, we'll
before.
play next week.
True.
Okay.
I mean, I'm usually on playing.
Watch him just text me back, I'm busy.
Do you know how I know this bullshit? I play almost every night.
To be honest, I see him on
Oh,
mine.
look
To
at
be honest,
him.
I see him on mine on
Unemployed.
Discord saying it's clobbering time or something
All
like
right,
that.
we'll play next week then.
Sure.
I haven't played Marvel
Wait,
Rivals
so
in ages,
what are we
so
going with? The upcoming Wolverine game or Marvel Rival?
The upcoming Wolverine
Probably
game.
the coming Wolverine game.
I'll go with
Yeah.
that as well then.
By
Insomniac.
Insomniac as well.
Yeah.
Oh, is it
Even though
gonna be
people
that
already-
good?
People are not liking the traversal system.
Well, it's very early
They said
on.
it's Spider-Man with claws.
What is it?
Well, it's the same company like
Oh.
making the game, but it was a very early footage, so they're still working on it.
Yes.
When is it coming out?
Because they got hacked.
Like a year from now,
Can
no,
you pre
more.
Two?
It's like I think it's
2026 now.
2026.
So you
Can you pre-order?
not yet.
No, it hasn't
It's
even been.
it's pre-production.
Yeah,
still, bro.
it was only
well,
the-
it's in production.
The
not
game was
pre-production.
only announced that it was in production, and then it got hacked, and a bunch of leaks came
No.
out.
I'll buy it for you.
or maybe they were just. It could have been like a.
The,
Sonic
the
thing,
next one, I think it's hard for me and you. I don't know if it's hard for them. So I have Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions against Lego Marvel Superheroes. The
Lego
first one.
Marvel
The
Superheroes.
first one.
Lego Marvel superheroes. Yeah.
That, bro,
Is that
was
the one
big.
where there was like loads of characters?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, there was also the two.
And
the
what's the
second
other
one?
one?
Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions.
We
It's
had
the one
it
in
on
The
the-
PS3.
one
yes.
with the noir
Yeah.
with stealth missions.
Oh, that
Oh,
was
yeah,
that was
yeah.
a good
Yeah,
game.
that's the one
It
I
was a
want.
good game, but the Lego Marvel one was fucking sick. Cause open world is.
Yeah, I'll go. That was,
Actually, no, I'm gonna change my vote. Shattered Dimensions. That
Oh,
game
no.
was insane. I played that game like 50 times.
Yeah, but Lego Marvel, bro. I remember I was weeping off the fucking
Yeah,
Helio
no,
Carrier
Lego
and
Marvel.
I'm
saying,
pretty
"Play
sure I
on,
played
bro."
every character. I was Sandman and I just turned Sandcastles. I spent an hour as a Sandcastle. Like, what the fuck am I doing?
no, that game was like
Actually.
maybe the big open world game. Maybe the first that we played.
Yeah, for you.
Did you guys even play that much? Lego
Mate, so
Marvels?
much, bro.
Yeah.
I used to go on like the planes and
Nah, he used to do fuck all. I used to try to unlock all the other characters.
no, I was going on planes, mate.
I thought you guys didn't play that game much.
We did a bit. You guys probably played more.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That game was sick.
Okay, so next.
I still want to play it now.
Yeah, rookie, bro.
Okay.
But the first one was
Patreon.
the first one was definitely better than the second.
Yeah.
one. Okay, so
Those two.
we're moving on. There's a game I haven't mentioned because I had an on number, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, so now we're going with Spider-Man 1 against Miles Morales.
Ooh, Spider-Man one, I think.
Both very good.
Spider-Man one.
Spider-Man
Yeah, I
one.
wasn't even thinking about it. I was just trying to remember what question you said. Yeah, Spider-Man one.
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
For sure.
That's pretty quick. Longer game makes sense. Like,
No,
you-
Spider-Man.
And I like more the suits of the Spider-Man than Miles Morales, if I'm being honest.
Is there a specific reason for that? Because of his coloration.
coloration's
Crazy.
good. Okay, next. I'm just
Is that
gonna
why you
move
don't like Spider-Man 2?
I'm just gonna move
Because
on
of
from
the
that.
symbiote suit.
So next we have Avengers against Lego Marvel superheroes.
Oh,
I like Marvel superheroes.
There's a hard.
Lego Marvel might actually take the whole
The
cake.
thing is,
Or Spider-Man one.
No.
I'm gonna be honest. Like,
There's
the
no many other options.
Avengers could have been a lot better, man.
Yeah.
For
Oh,
the
yeah.
idea, yeah.
The-
Because I like the game
yeah,
mechanics.
they fumbled the whole bag with the whole thing. Oh, you're gonna get content right though. It's gonna be expansion.
Yeah, that and they made a whole like battle pass.
They
and shit
expanded into the bin.
I'm surprised
they-
this guy
they
didn't
actually
use
did.
Arc.
Huh? It's Marvel games.
like that. I've never seen Iron Man in mid-arc. I'm gonna be honest.
I forgot.
Okay, we're talking about Marvel heroes, and he has a quote. There's a minute T-Rex here.
No, the Techno Dinos. That was Iron Man, wasn't it?
No.
Okay. Okay, the next one is an interesting one. We have the upcoming Wolverine game with the upcoming Blade game.
Wolverine.
Which one would you rather?
Wolverine.
Yeah, fair. That's what I would choose
Bro,
as well.
I want to fuck
just-
someone up with like claws and shit.
But I'm worried about the
Rawr.
movement. I'm gonna be honest.
Are you entertained? Because I'm not.
Okay, I'm pretty sure this.
You fired anyways.
Okay, so now the thing is, we have three. Okay, so which one are we picking between Spider-Man 1 against the Lego Marvel superheroes?
Ooh.
Spider-Man 1 for me.
Personally, from me, in terms of how many hours, and I really
Spider-Man
played
1.
Spider-Man 1. Like, I got platinum on it. But, like, I don't know.
Did you get platinum on Spider-Man 1?
Yeah, I think I did.
I don't think.
Spider-Man one, I think.
But yeah,
Actually,
Spider-Man.
I think Spider-Man
I
1
did
is
our
the
goal
only game.
99%.
No, Spider-Man 1 and Days Gone are the only games where I platinum.
You didn't
game.
plot things.
I did.
I doubt it. I doubt it. No, I just because it's a very hard game to plot. So that's why I doubt
So
it.
what are we picking?
I plotted
Spider-Man
Red
one,
Dead.
I plotted Miles Morales, but
Yeah, I think
Spider-Man one's better.
I don't know if I platinum Spider-Man or Miles Morales.
Spider-Man one's better.
Okay.
Spider-Man 1.
Okay, so it's the final now. I think it's I know what you're gonna pick, but it's Spider-Man 1 against the upcoming Wolverine.
Spider-Man one.
The upcoming Wolverine game.
I highly doubt Wolverine game is going to beat Spider-Man one. I feel like they're going to fumble. I have a feeling.
The one.
I mean, it's
trust
She's Insomniac, so.
I like to be surprised, so I'll go with Wolverine.
My
That's
guy.
not how this.
My guy.
this bracket
My guy.
works.
Don't worry about it.
You
Don't worry
pick
about
one,
it.
the other one gets deleted. And like
Yeah.
your memories of it get deleted.
So Spider-Man gets to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spider-Man doesn't
So
exist
if I
anymore.
play again, I play like the first time.
No, like you can never
It-
play it
it never
again.
existed.
It never
I know.
existed.
Wolverine.
My guy.
So
My guy.
Wolverine wins the
I
whole
mean, I'm
thing.
not mad at that.
No, that's
What
surprisingly
Wolverine
fast.
game do you like the worst game ever?
Probably.
Nah, I'm not being. I'm
No,
not.
I'll kill
It's
myself.
Insomniac. It's the
It's
same that made
Insomniac.
Spider-Man.
They made Spider-Man as well. There's hope
Yeah.
there. I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, I mean that was it.
I mean, it was good.
That was
Would it
great.
be PlayStation only?
Maybe.
Ooh,
So Spider-Man was.
we're gonna have to wait
PlayStation
then
exclusive.
Yeah, quite
because
bad.
we're on PC.
Who's we?
True.
Who's we?
I already have a down payment. I have parts, so I definitely have a PC.
He
bro.
does own part.
I'll have it soon.
Anyway, yeah. So
yeah.
that's the video.
Okay, I mean, that's the video, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching.
No, that was a quicker bracket. That's-
13 minutes.
I mean, to be honest, if our episodes aren't 2 hours long, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
True.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to the main segment now.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
this is probably gonna be the one that takes more time.
Yeah, hopefully. I have no idea how this is gonna go. We'll see. Okay, so I put a blazer on for some reason. I don't know. So right now,
That's how we're starting the segment.
right now, so my segment is I'm gonna be the judge,
Mm.
and you guys are gonna be lawyers, and you're gonna have a character to defend.
Blind kids there though.
Yeah, everyone got it, mate. Okay, so I briefly explain about Kadera. I'm putting a fucking spell on you, mate. So you're gonna have between two characters to pick. You two are gonna have a 3 in terms of like.
Why am I separate from?
Well, because you're slow. You're a little bit slow, so you have different characters. No, because
he's got a point.
No, because if you're gonna defend a character, you need to know about it. You don't know anything about comics.
True.
Okay, so I'm gonna start from that side. I'm gonna say 1, 1, 1, and then. Okay, so Pedro, your first character that you can defend is Nolan Grayson, aka Omniman, from our perspective.
Are we supposed to like
Object.
object, as in like be like, no, this is why you're wrong?
Yeah, I should have explained it a bit better.
Yeah,
So
you should've.
your dickhead. I think he came out of the womb a dick. Your okay. Oh, okay. So the point of this is only one
Just 19 inches of venom.
only one person is getting out in terms of like the others are getting
And
prison to life for life.
all right, yeah.
So only one character
I
is
see.
getting out scot-free. So your role is to defend your character, and if you want to fuck up other people's points, you can.
Alright.
You can just be like objection.
Okay.
And for
Right.
example,
Oh,
I
it's
was
gonna
telling,
get so
no,
chaotic, mate.
I was telling Danny this. It doesn't have to make sense. You have to convince me. If Pedro's like, oh, he's just chill, gang, fair enough. Also, I take bribes.
Okay.
Take bribes.
You look good today, by the way.
You made my pasta. I have
You,
that
and you look good today, so I like
Okay,
the show.
so-
He said bribes, not lies, mate. Let's just run it. He made your pasta, bro.
He's not winning this. He's not winning. Okay, so
He meant brides no lies.
quiet. Quiet in the court. Back to
Okay, don't deck the table, bro.
So, your first character or the defendant, is that the guy?
Yeah, defending.
The first criminal is Nolan Grayson, aka
Easy one
Omniman.
to defend, did nothing wrong.
So
Client.
it's from
His first client.
your first
That was
client is
like
Nolan
19th,
Grayson,
but who's
aka
client?
Omniman. It's from Earth perspective, so you can't use anything that I wouldn't know as an Earth perspective. Okay.
So I can't tell you he committed suicide in the sun.
For example,
Okay.
I won't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to use valid points. A character for you, Max Eisenhardt, aka Magneto.
Okay. Oh, easy. Say no more.
Um,
Oh, he's gonna use the
and
whole.
a character for you
No, what?
is Oswald Chesterfield Cobblepot, aka the Penguin.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go now a little bit just to list people's crimes. So Omniman, everyone knows here very well, most famously known for using his son as a human shield, genocide, he attempted to take over the planet. Magneto, he mutilated Wolverine by taking out the metal of his bones. He blackmailed the UN to recognize Genosha as a nation. Mass murder, massive EMP, filicide, which I didn't know what it was. I know, it's the act of a parent killing their own children. Magneto is weird. He once pulled out the iron out of the kidnapper's blood after they desecrated a child. And he's German. Not a crime. Just important to know.
That's the biggest crime of all.
The Penguin. You watch the Penguin show, so this probably fits you better.
Yeah.
He made a cooker commit suicide because they laughed next to him, not even at him. He made birds attack a group of girls because they laughed at him. He leads a criminal organization, the most popular, the one he's most known for. Child murder. He destroyed a guy's life, framed him for serious crimes, and then infected his girl with AIDS. All this because the guy called him fat at a party. And then he
So he
falsely-
relates. He has relatable experience.
Very good for you. And then he also falsely accused a woman and she got locked away for life in Arkham. That's his most popular crime. Now, your second client.
So
you can
I'm
pick
going to
from.
be able to choose
Should we
between them?
do this first and then move on from that client?
No, Your Honor, I'm cooked.
No, I think we're choosing which one we're going to defend.
Oh, fair.
Yeah. So your other option is Aaron
Oh.
Yeager from Marley's perspective.
So I got both genocides.
So invaded, killing millions, aka genocide, destroyed 90% of the planet, started the rumbling, and created the radical organization known as the Yeagerists, and presumably killed his own mother as well. Like that's more alleged than anything, but presumably he did.
Allegedly.
Now, the other character that you two, either of you, can pick from is Victor Von Doom, aka Doctor Doom. Mostly known
can't
for
stay with the
invading Wakanda for its vibranium, sent Reed's child to hell, killed his own daughter to make an armor. He's a dictator of Latveria, used the Asgardians for experiments, and has tried conquering the Earth, which is a common thing in some of these people here. So that's your clients.
I mean, getting injected with AIDS is tougher to defend.
I want to take Doctor Doom.
You know, take Victor Von Doom?
Yeah.
That's way easier to defend. I would have done the same.
Then
I'm
the
sticking with
Penguin.
Magneto. Yeah, for sure.
Bro, the Penguin. I watched the show as well.
someone with AIDS, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also the skill of the crime.
Bro, yeah, the whole show of the Penguin, it's crazy. Like, he's a protagonist. And so...
Well,
yeah.
it's whatever you can make
Yeah.
an argument for.
Crazy.
Keep in mind, I did watch videos on these characters just to make sure I know
how
what I'm
does
on
the
about.
structure work then? Are you giving us a specific amount of time to defend and then we get to an overall thing? Or
Well, I wasn't thinking about timing. I was just
well,
thinking about everyone having their own
it shouldn't be
moment.
Wild House. Because then
It's free for all.
Because then no one's gonna have a chance to properly speak it.
Yeah, not sure. We can do like 3-minute segments.
Who are you picking?
That should be like
no
yeah.
one.
Who are you picking? Nolan Grayson,
No one.
Okay. Oh, I'm staying with Magneto. It's not.
Max Eisenhardt,
Yeah.
and you're picking Victor Von Doom.
No reason. Look at the last episode, but no reason.
So why is his name Eric if his actual name is Max?
He has always been called Eric in the movies. I know in X-Men 97, they call him Max.
It was just Google that told me that. So. Okay, so we're gonna start from that end. So you're defending Nolan Grayson, and I've listed his crimes. Maybe if you want to try and debunk them. All right. So you have 3 minutes, and they start now.
3 minutes on the clock.
Your Honor,
Yes.
my client didn't commit any crimes. When you actually look at it,
Tell that to the dead people.
Objection, waiting.
look at it from my perspective.
Point.
World hunger, war, rape,
Those are
famine, right?
His hobbies.
Fat people, right?
Yes.
All of these exist in this world.
Now you're comparing fat people to rape.
All of these exist in
They
this
do
world.
exist, indeed.
The Viltrumites could take all of that away. Could make our world so much better.
He killed millions of people.
Very fair.
In Chicago as well. It's not like a poor area.
We could take all.
He said killing the poor makes it any better.
No, like it's in like there was
Maybe we should walk him away.
It's not like he did it in an area where there was. It's not like he did it in an area where there's not a lot of people. He literally picked an extremely populated city.
But he ended up, yes, he took a couple people away, and I understand
A couple. Millions.
from your perspective, but it was painless.
He used his son. What part of using his son as a human
They
shield?
found nothing.
Huh?
From what my client told me,
It wasn't him.
all those people were injected with a serum that made them feel no pain.
The millions of people.
Objection, speculation.
Yeah? Objection, fat bitch.
Objection, badgering. Objection, badgering. Badgering the other defendant.
Okay, go ahead.
So the Viltrumites would make this world so much better. A world where there's no more war, no more famine, no more fat people. Everyone's happy. Nature better. Atmosphere clean.
Aren't you speculating? Again, how do you know the Viltrumites would make it a better?
Objection, isn't one of the Viltrumites fat? Like the black guy with the mustache.
No, he's dead. My client killed him.
Oh.
You're saying there's more murders we don't know about?
He's got a son. He's got a child.
We know he
A baby boy.
he used his son as a human shield.
Let's
And
get...
so your point is that Viltrumites can help Earth.
Yes.
The last Viltrumite that came to Earth destroyed
Destroyed
it
it.
and killed more millions of people. Known as the Conquest.
Millions more.
The Conquest.
He's not with us.
Not anymore.
I'm talking about my client.
Yeah. I'm the judge.
Talking about my client. My
Yes.
client only wants the best for this earth. Look how much good he did.
What good?
If I cut hair one time, am I a barber? Am I a barber?
You're not a barber, no sir.
How many times has he saved people?
But he killed the equal amount, if not more.
One time. If he's cut hair, amazing trims for years, and he gives one bad haircut, is he a bad barber? Just
That's the
because
point.
he did one
That's a
bad
good point.
doing, does he take away all the good that he did?
Objection. What if
Objection,
instead of one bad haircut, he
Denied.
gives it to millions of people?
What if he cuts bad hair for millions of people?
On one day. Maybe it's just a bad day.
Objection. What about the infrastructural damage that he inflicted?
True.
And the millions of
All be buying up-
dollars.
all-
Why does he have a gavel as well?
I don't know.
All will be built.
Also-
Objection. Using the same tool as you.
Also,
My good sir.
we're not talking about the consequences that came from it. As we know, the popular villain Powerplex also destroyed and killed. He didn't kill anyone, but he killed his family, which says a lot. So we don't know the actual consequences that are still coming from that.
Indirect.
Along with killing the most popular heroes in the world.
He did that to show you that you weren't safe next to those people. Because they weren't good enough to protect you. With my client on our side,
And you can tell me you're getting him to our side.
he is in our
Didn't he have 3 minutes?
We're gonna scratch
He
three.
is in our side.
It's 4 minutes, fine.
He is in our side.
Shut up, don't care anymore. You just said omniman gets bad trims.
Can I go then, Your Honor?
Yes.
Honor. Well, instead of referring to my client straight away, I want to take you back to the 1940s. And you're a beautiful young Jew going to a certain camp. And you see...
Objection.
What are you objecting?
What are you objecting?
Leading.
How am I leading?
Oh, he's leading.
I'm getting to a point, so there's no
History,
leading.
history.
Denied. Keep going.
And you get to this camp just to see your family gassed and their body parts used to make ropes and shit. You see your friend just get cooked.
Objection. He wasn't there.
If you had the power to change that and give your family freedom, would you?
But he's not stopping the Holocaust.
He's stopping the destruction of mutants, which is the same thing.
But then how do you explain the attacks on against other mutants, especially Wolverine?
That's we're trying to attempt him from stopping the government from because when he did that to Wolverine, the Wolverine's team with Xavier were trying to stop him from having control and being able to
Over
protect.
Earth. I'm human, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm not mutant.
to protect the mutants.
What about me? I'm human.
Are you Jew?
Objection. Magneto doesn't believe in coexistence, so it's one race or the other. So if he believes in mutants, humans would all be killed.
How?
Because that's what Magneto believes in. That
but
mutants and humans can coexist. So if your client had his way...
No. Order! Is it not me speaking? Am I not the one? Exactly. I'm
Take
the one.
turns. Go.
Well, did he not give humans a chance? Because you're saying that as if it's the mutants' fault. But last time I checked, it's the humans that can't coexist with mutants. Because they made Sentinels and they just wanted their own island, and even then they didn't let Magneto have that. So it was humans that proved they can't coexist. It was the mutants.
Objection. He put a good man in a wheelchair.
By accident.
True.
Not by accident. He knew
By
what he
accident or
wanted
no,
to
it
do.
was consequence of
by
his own
accident.
actions.
No, that's
He
still by
can no
accident.
He
longer-
crippled the man.
He can no longer walk
It's
again.
by accident. And who shot the bullets? Humans.
Objection. He wanted to drop a whole meteor.
It was the jury.
Did he?
He was going to.
Did he?
And he was stopped by my other client, Wolverine.
Yeah, but you can't.
That he was
didn't
severely
drop,
hurt.
But he didn't drop the meteor, so I don't really know.
Well,
what
he
you're
was-
saying.
he was going to.
though.
But it doesn't matter what he's going to do. If you don't say he's gonna go kill somebody because he didn't do it.
Well, he had the meteor
True.
coming down.
Innocent until proven guilty, I guess.
Objection.
And also, was that on Earth? Was he on Earth when that happened? Because last time I checked, meteors are on Earth. So my judge over there will know about no meteor.
I will tell.
The meteor wasn't that close.
I have good vision. 2020.
To see across fucking space, mate.
You got a minute and a half.
Oh, I mean, last time I checked, every problem that's come about.
How do you explain about him killing his own children then?
Well, they were doing incest, and that's illegal by your standards, your holiness.
It's
Speculation.
No, they are known. I saw the tapes, bro. I saw the tapes.
They
bro.
are known to be freaky with that.
So last time I checked, he tried coexistence. He just doesn't want to
Did
let
you
the
never
Holocaust happen.
participate?
And if it was me, I don't stand by the Holocaust. I don't know about you, your holiness. I don't stand by the Holocaust.
Holiness.
And if it was up to me and they couldn't coexist with
Shut
me,
the fuck
I'm doing
up.
whatever.
Last time I checked, do you know what country we're in? The
Yes.
amazing United States of America. Right. And he did try to blackmail us to recognize Genosha as a state.
to protect his own people. Because your people,
You're
humans,
blackmailing the UN.
Your Honor,
because humans kept killing them. So that was the
Objection.
only card he had. He tried
Objection.
peace.
He
What-
called
what-
you your people.
What about the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants that are constantly
Run by
robbing
Magneto.
banks and attacking
Is-
people?
is he in
Your
Marvel?
common folk.
Okay.
He's the leader.
Does he rob banks? No.
Yes,
So why are you holding him?
yes, people
Why are
do.
you holding him up to crimes of other people?
Oh,
Your Honor, let's not forget the fact that his client took iron from someone's blood.
He did do
Yeah,
that.
but we've talked about it. They were stopping him for being to establish
That's
no,
fair enough.
over his people.
He did pull out the iron of a kidnapper's blood after they
Well-
desecrated the child.
Okay. Who desecrated the child?
Yeah, still a violent crime.
Exactly. Well, if I saw a guy rip a child, I promise you that guy's not gonna walk free. I'm gonna break his fucking femurs. And last time I checked, Wolverine, it's not like Magneto went to Wolverine. Wolverine came to him and was attacking him. So my client, my client was just defending himself.
Your Honor, realistically, Magneto.
Well, he keeps buying the thing, bro.
Magneto
Stop fucking
hurt.
that thing or you gone.
Magneto hurt Wolverine, not because he was attacking him, because of his prejudice towards short people.
Bleeding. What? Well, okay, what foundation do you have
Where's
for
your
that?
proof of there?
Because he always
Like-
hurts Wolverine.
Objection, lack of foundation.
Badger, that's actually
Lack of
Badger, bro.
foundation. It's your turn. No, no.
And you consider Wolverine short. I think he's a tall king.
Be quiet.
I agree.
Be quiet. It's your turn. Defend Victor Von Doom.
Should we jump over?
Okay.
Fuck you, Joe.
He said it. How did I say it? Clear your voice.
Objection. What do you think?
My client.
Objection,
has-
purple on the sun.
My client has done nothing wrong. First of all,
What about invading Wakanda, which is our friends with the UN now?
And
Wait,
minorities.
objection. What color is...
Wakandians?
No, what color is Wakandans?
Black. They are
Black.
known to be
What color is
African
his
American.
client?
African.
White.
Not African American, just African.
What color is his client?
He, white. I mean, where's the mask
I'll
most
leave
of
it
the
at
time?
that. I'll leave it at your
Going
Honor.
for the minorities or something.
I'll leave it at that.
actually, what variants are a minority in the Marvel universe?
Who?
because they're like an Eastern country.
Yeah.
So
That's not one of my narratives, but okay, maybe.
First of all, my client has diplomatic immunity when it comes to being trial under this court. So
That was
anything
his-
Yeah,
that
but
you
this
say
is a spatial
is-
court.
My Zessie move.
This is a spatial court.
Accepted.
So that's the first one. Second, my client only invaded Wakanda.
Also, didn't he threat the UN so he would have diplomatic immunity?
No,
Didn't he also try to destroy the world like a couple of times?
Yes, he did.
Latveria is the most peaceful country in the world.
Doesn't-
And that is
doesn't
because
work like-
of my client.
He's known as his people as a dictator.
But so,
What's your thoughts on Kim
no,
Jong-un, sir?
he's known by other people as a dictator, but by the people of his own country, he's known as their savior.
Do you have ties to the Chinese Communist Party?
Do you have any proof of that?
I do. I call my first witness.
No, leading. There's no witness. He's pointing at the wall.
I mean, you have no proof that the people
Leading
don't
one
think that
liars.
he's not a dictator. And if you think that being a dictator, even though it leads to peace, is better than having freedom, then the whole
My
conversation we had
client,
then.
my client is also a victim of extreme bullying.
Objection! Bullying is not.
Wait, so you're gonna say because he got
He was an excellent engineer that went to space, and he had a body of a girlfriend.
he did have a
And
body of a
then,
girl.
through cosmic rays, he got disfigured, turned into a shell of a man. And what does
Objection.
his body do?
Objection.
Just see him for his
Has
looks.
he met the thing? You want to talk about looks? That
You
guy's a
talk about
rock.
looks?
Yeah, and,
The thing?
and that's why
He's
his
still a
girlfriend.
hero.
That's why his girlfriend is blind.
But he's still a hero.
Objection.
He
Is
didn't
she?
try to win the world.
Yeah, my guy's a hero.
He tried to kill the world.
You just don't see his perspective.
He tried to destroy the world.
He did the destruction.
Simply because he was jealous of Reed.
To put it back together.
Along with using as guardians for experiments.
Destruction of the world over
They-
body, by the way.
They deserved it.
They're not considered a human.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Asgardians.
Wow.
But they're people.
Aren't they gods?
Are Wakandians not people?
They are, but Asgardians
Why
are
would you
gods.
say? Why would you say Wakandians are not people?
I didn't say.
Wakandians are people in my books. 100 years. Though, how do you explain that he's trying to conquer Earth multiple times? And you mentioned the space shuttle. Someone very popular and friends with the UN, known as Reed Richards, he sent his child to hell.
Yes.
Even the cat disagrees with you, mate. Resume.
So a
He's
random
the-
cat is gonna spawn in the trial.
So-
He's defending Victor Von Doom.
I put my first witness on the stand. What do you say?
Alright.
Hope you got that.
100 years to life. Going back to him.
sentences.
Going back to him. So, you made a few fair points about Omniman.
Wait, I thought my time
You called
was
the witness. Don't care.
Pretty much sentences.
you tried to defend Omniman, or better known as
Nolan.
Nolan Grayson, and you used the argument that he saved people. So you think that using the facade of being a hero is like sufficient evidence to defend this man that then turned out to be the biggest
are-
traitor of the planet,
This man spent years saving these people.
which is a fraction of his lifetime.
To the point where the amount of good that he did and the tiredness, the fatigue of doing it start affecting him mentally.
You're calling what's it called?
Insanity point.
Yeah, insanity plea.
But he's not insane. He's just tired. He had to get that fatigue out.
I get tired every day, so come to court, mate. Don't see me bumming the whole courtroom, do you?
Kevin's going looking fabulous, by the way.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I heard what you said earlier. Let's keep going.
My client was only thinking of the good of these citizens.
Was he not? And how do you...
How do you know that those citizens were not talking behind your back? Talking about your shit trip.
If you see behind you, at the no, over there, behind the camera, there's loads of people. That's the friends and families of everyone that died in that incident. What do you have to say to
Have a
them?
good look at them.
Yeah, their trims.
Have a good look at them. What do you see?
This is what I want them to see. I see widows, children without parents, bodies, hella
Fresh.
bodies. Because no one left the bodies.
Those
I'll give
bodies
that.
had what?
Husbands.
And what don't they have now?
Husbands.
Exactly.
Legs.
Objection. Speculation.
Objection, virgin.
Most of the people in this town are literally crippled for life.
That's a good point.
Body, but has
It
no legs,
showed
mate.
them the good the living is.
By killing their husband.
How is that? People lost their homes.
If you walk every day to work and you complain about how far you have to walk to work, if suddenly you don't have legs, what are you gonna be blessed about?
So you're saying it's a blessing not to have legs. I would advise you to be careful because me personally, I have 3 brothers that are all mentally disabled.
he has 3 legs.
I have 3 brothers that all have 16.
Each of them with 3 legs.
Each one of them has 16 pair of legs.
How big
So I would
the
advise you to be careful.
9-inch random leg.
Huge meters. That's besides the point.
My client.
You saying that your client, by killing family members and millions of people, is actually giving a
Let me
blessing
ask
to
you
the
a
people?
question. Let me ask you a question. Too many people in the world, no longer more food, water, wars, all of that, right? Taking a percentage out so that the rest can live and we avoid extinction. What's better? He made a hard choice.
But he didn't even kill the people on purpose. He was just doing it to prove a point to Mark.
Yeah.
How do you know that? Speculation. Were you there?
Because I heard him say I was under a brick.
And he was flying by.
We do have recordings of him trying to convince his son that he should join the Viltrum Empire.
For the better good of this world.
But we've met other Viltrum.
What
Think!
objection?
Jury,
Objection. What does killing the Guardians of the Globe make the world better?
They're trims.
It shows that they weren't good enough to protect him.
One of them was also a king of
a fish sushi.
Yes, a king of
Do
an
you know
underwater
what the fish
kingdom.
sushis were saying? They
What?
were trim shit.
That's not a good argument.
And he got rid of them because he doesn't agree.
By the way, this is your last time. You got to make a point.
I don't agree.
You don't agree. So you're saying that the reason he killed the king of the underwater people is because I have a dead
They
trip.
were gonna come for us.
Their king would save the planet multiple times.
He was lonely.
It has also been proved that they were also protecting the planet against no one. And we have Immortal as a witness.
Immoral.
Yes, Immortal.
Have you seen the girl that he's seeing?
You mean the hero duplicate?
Would you go for
Do you have a
that?
problem with Asians?
I love Asians.
So what's your problem with duplicate?
I think the cat's trying to
No, that's
do
fine.
something.
She's not
Alright,
gonna
just
do
keep an eye
So
on
what's your problem with duplicate?
Someone that duplicates that much.
I feel like you're missing the point here. Your client is close to getting 16 life sentences. And you're telling me that your only defense is that he actually helped by crippling people.
No, because they said your trim was dead.
Because they said my trim was dead. Is that your only point? He did bring... The only point that I'll give it to you is that he did bring Paul to Debbie's wife. And Paul...
But he didn't even make
I
that
didn't
point.
even make
Paul's
that
a good...
He didn't even make that
Think
point.
about Paul.
Paul's he's a good friend of mine.
You know, no one has flight all over the world.
He has.
Do you have 2 sons?
16.
Do you want them to go away?
No, not in particular. Some of them are short.
How, how does flying?
I only raise NBA prospects.
How does flying on no one's back for a week sound? how does build my back?
I get a 3-day pass to ride on Nolan.
No, you get ridden by no one.
That's a good point. You've decreased from 60 life sentences to just 3. Going back to you.
But life sentence in terms of Viltrum?
Take it on the show.
No, human life sentence.
That's bribing.
I said to bribe
You
no
can
matter
get
what
back
kind.
shots as well if you want.
As long as he's willing for me to give a back shots, I'll take it. Going
I
back to
think-
defending Max Eisenhardt.
Every single one of his actions is either because the humans didn't give him any other choice, or he was just protecting himself or protecting his people. Tell me one action that doesn't align with those 3 values.
That's a good point.
And isn't that pretty much self-defense?
But the thing is, we have seen by his actions that he doesn't intend to coexist with humans.
Because he's tried that and humans didn't let him. So,
I'm human. So are you. Why would you...
okay, but he's tried that. Like
You're gone, mate.
Is he
our
love-
leaders didn't coexist with
Objection,
him.
objection. If he loves mutants so much, why does he continuously harass young X-Men mutants?
The ones that attack him.
Trying to be heroes.
The ones that attack him.
And they don't
So
attack him.
isn't he just protecting himself?
Now they're saving the fellow humans.
They are.
Of
The
the
X-Men
course.
are known to save humans.
And but he doesn't just kill him just because. Doesn't strike him down. He just, if he's getting attacked or his island with the mutants are getting attacked, all mutants are welcome. And if you don't want to be there, he gives you the choice. He's like, if you don't want to be there, that's fine.
Why aren't humans welcome there?
Because they tried to kill. They've killed pretty much every single mutant.
Objection.
They literally built gigantic robots to wipe them
How?
out.
But he also caused a massive EMP.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember why?
Objection.
Because
I
they
just have
pretty
the
much
fact.
killed every mutant, bro. They're
Objection.
trying to do that.
Objection. Magneto willingly joined Apocalypse to destroy Earth.
When?
in the movie.
What movie? This is real life. See,
Yeah.
he's talking about fiction. Or
No,
Your
no,
Honor.
that did happen. That did happen. That did happen.
Last week,
Last week.
Yeah, Apocalypse is actually in the stands.
Objection.
Apollo stand up.
I've got a file here that I got from my big friend in the back. He
Boss
hits the
baby.
jury, he's Mrs. Dogs.
I don't have a wife.
He doesn't have a wife.
But you have 16 kids. Okay?
I adopted them all. Do you have a problem with adopted kids?
Objection. Magneto has so many kids. Have never seen him with a girl.
What's wrong with that? You're saying being a homosexual Jew is something wrong?
That has nothing to do with having kids.
He's actually not to have relations with.
I meant it.
True. Rogue. And is she not bad, Your Honor?
She is bad. Oh, no objection there.
But Gambit. Objection, but Gambit.
Gambit is bad.
He doesn't get in between them. He just has Riz, so she chooses him. Last time I checked,
Objection.
it's 'cause he
Objection.
Objection,
Rose
winning.
13.
Winning.
He's not 13.
He is not 13.
Leaning where? You mean leading? He was leaning up on that, yeah.
Objection. Rogue is 13 in the first X-Men movie.
Okay.
I mean,
He
like
does-
last year.
They didn't touch.
They didn't.
Last year.
Are you? These are different charges of sexual assault. So a minor is no different.
He's saying Magneto sexually assaulted Rogue.
Which he didn't. So far, everything you've brought up, it fits with the 3 values he has.
Objection. Having your skeleton ripped out of you
He
by
was getting
someone.
attacked.
But it was one of the popular heroes.
One
He was
of the
getting
popular
attacked.
And
heroes.
we have statements from all of them that saying that
Wolverine
he was
saved
trying to
my
throw a
wife
meteor.
last week.
He was trying to throw a meteor onto Earth.
Objection.
He wasn't trying to throw a meteor.
Magneto hates Canadians.
Why?
Where's the proof?
Where's your proof?
Whole skeleton out.
How is that proof that he hates Canadians?
Because Wolverine's Canadian.
Where's the causality there?
Canadian.
No causality. I'm gonna ignore that because you're a fucking idiot. That's a good point. Do you have any other further points,
No.
Mike?
Objection.
I rest my case. There's nothing to project because I rest my fucking case.
Victor Von Doom. Let's not forget that he also, killed his own child to make an armor, to make himself stronger.
Your Honor, I cannot stress enough.
Which something Magneto
cannot
actually has in
stress
common.
enough.
How do you explain killing his own children, actually?
True.
The
Let's
ones
get
that
back
do
to it.
incest. Last time I checked, incest is illegal under your court of law.
Illegal does not cause killing, Your Honor.
True. Doesn't explain.
Illegal, they should answer to him, to the court. To me! Not to death.
Yeah, but you're a powerful mutant.
Correlation
And
does not mean causation.
He leads over the mutants, so he's pretty much the prime ruler over the mutants, just like the president of the United States leads over
Listen to
all
that,
of
Your
us.
Honor.
Amen.
President now.
Listen, he just called his client prime ruler
Of his people, yes.
of his people.
Your Honor, that is an illegitimate ruler of a nation that doesn't exist.
I
And
know
he
Dr. Doom isn't talking, mate.
Do you know
proclaimed himself
till this day
Latveria.
has not been declared as an actual state,
And
even
he's
though he
been-
did try to
and-
blackmail
and
the
he
UN.
has been bombed by the humans.
May I
not
remind
actually.
you, Mr. President,
Touching.
that the United States have
Assault.
had
Get it.
countless benefits from being allies or Latveria, countless contributions.
He tried to
charitable-
end the world. Where's the...
He did. They do send me Bitcoin every now and
Okay,
then.
how do you explain
To
that your
make it
client tried to end the whole globe, end the whole multiverse, just because he was jealous of Richard?
to
He did do
give everyone else a new world, a better
But
one.
he wasn't creating a new one.
Yes, he was. You just didn't think that far ahead. Did you ask him?
He is known to try and take over the earth more than once.
Just because he's jealous of Richard, bro. Just
And how
because he was
rich
Babish.
and developed Latveria is.
He's still a dictator.
There's self-driving cars
What's
in
your
Latveria.
thoughts on Kim Jong-un?
He doesn't.
He's not in the stands. He's not in
My
the stands.
client doesn't want to speak about it. Victor Von Doom. And now only you, Mr. President, can
Touching.
relate to this.
Never touch me again. Are you getting shot?
In respect to building the armor out of his own children, drip and aura are critical for a powerful man.
Sun Jin-woo
like
doesn't
yourself-
have aura.
like
He has aura. Doesn't have.
like
Doesn't have to kill
yourself,
anyone.
like yourself, to make an armor fitting
Aura.
of a ruler. Aura, it needs to come.
So
from
he
the
has
heart.
his son's
So-
PP as armor,
Can't
bro.
he use anything else but his kids?
It's the soul of his
Which is
seed
arguably worse.
to enhance.
So for
himself.
aura, it needs to come from his cum.
Exactly. Because the
Your
only,
Honor, just speak already, bro.
because, Your Honor, the only thing that can give him more aura is himself.
Bro, just please speak already before I put this whole microphone through my brain.
Your Honor, my client.
I'm gonna come back with the jury and have a conversation. You guys shut the fuck up.
Turn around.
I've already talked to the jury. I'm very excited. the jury doesn't exist. Actually, all my children are back there. They agree. We've got it. We have a telepathy thing going on. It's a hive mind, actually.
Your Honor, you're
a mutant.
Your young
No.
boy is dating a
I'm a
Latvian
freak.
girl. Just think about all of the Eastern European
I
and
don't have any.
Latvian
I don't have any
bodies
boys.
Just think about all the
All
Eastern
girls.
European Latvian.
No,
All girls.
Yeah, they're all girls.
Okay. Yeah, make
I'm gonna make my
please.
known as Nolan Grayson, Omniman. Your point was that by killing everyone and crippling people, he's actually doing good for them. That, maybe if maybe the people he killed were speaking bad about me. That the Guardians of the Globe.
No, why you trim?
That by killing the ruler of Atlantis, he's actually the fish was actually saying I had a bad trim. Along with using his son as a human shield, I don't even know if you explained that.
I did.
What was it?
Teaching him what growing up looks like.
By growing up, he was already 17. He did not need to grow anymore.
Well, so you go with 17, John.
And we also know he went to other country to populate.
Is 17 old enough for you, Your Honor?
That's besides, I'm not on the road. You guys are. So for that,
We're not on the road.
he's getting 1 billion life sentences. He's never seeing the sun again. He's actually getting the death penalty.
Your other whole family's gonna kill.
Death penalty, and take the lawyer as well. Fuck him, he's getting the death penalty. Max Eisenhardt, you made a good few points, saying that he actually was only going for self-defense. Along with that, he's only trying to protect his people, but the measures that he took were not needed.
And he also did try to coexist with the humans in the first place, and the humans just said no. So what is he supposed to do?
It was an oopsie. So, for Max Eisenhardt, we'll give him community service, along with 3 life sentences.
Community service.
And the lawyer against 1 billion life sentences. So you're going with him because you said I had that trim.
I thought I got life set. I thought I got murder.
You're getting the electric chair. You're getting shot. So Victor Von Doom, he made a few good points. Maybe even definitely better than him by saying that he does have his own land and he rules in some one line. Right?
To destroy
He did
the
try
world.
to take over the world.
And using his son's balls.
Victor Von Doom will work under the UN government from now on, and as long as he states that he will no longer do baddies.
So he's gonna be working under you
He'll
and
work
his son's
under
balls
me
be gone.
personally, but he's never seeing the light of world because he gets 1 billion life sentences as well. And you're gonna get shot as well. So no one's getting out.
So no writing. So no writing for you for no.
So the whole point of this segment is no, because everyone's getting 1 billion life sentences or shot.
That's the Warriors. No, Victor Von Doom, the best sentence I can give is that he works under the UN, so he's somewhat free to do his experiments and to go back to Latvia, but he's under house
What
arrest.
about Nolan? No.
No one said about trim, mate. What did we say?
No, he was protecting you from the.
You said he was giving people who trimmed and you're comparing him to a barber. What do you have to do? He killed millions of people and you say if a barber cuts bad hair, he's old or something like that. Alright. It's been tough. My children need me. They haven't been milked in 3 years. I need to go back home.
You should make an armor out of them.
Let's move on.
That's why Victor Von Doom's working. He's coming with me. I'm having a bit of Victor Von Doom when I go. Yeah, that's the segment. Victor Von Doom got house arrest in Latvia and working under UN. If he does anything, he's getting shot straight away.
I thought he did west. I thought you said he wasn't
Magneto.
saying the west of the sun.
You got
Magneto,
5 different sentences.
Magneto going back to Germany.
Careful though.
Going back to Germany and getting a train run on him, and no one's gonna solve. We're gonna experiment on him, torture him. I don't even know. It's way above my pay grade. I'm not even a jury. I'm gonna touch for the boys, bro. So yeah, that's the segment. Victor Von Doom got the best verdict since he.
Jamie got the best.
I personally think Thiago made the best case for Victor Von Doom.
He didn't even explain why he's wearing his son's nutsack.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Aura.
Or why he tried to end the world out of jealousy.
He said it was for aura. So yeah, we're reviewing ReZero, the new season. So the way we do reviews, we always do a non-spoiler first. So if you don't want to get spoiled, don't worry.
Are
the
we
first
only
part.
reviewing the last season, by the way?
Yeah, but it's kind of like Invincible. We're still going to talk about the whole show. So yeah, we're going to review non-spoiler, and then with spoilers, of course, we'll warn you when we go into spoilers in case you haven't watched it. So we're going to start off by just saying our scores. We'll start from there because I don't remember mine. So yeah, so these are our scores for the new season.
Yeah, sorry.
These are
Aside, I was thinking about doing the verdict thing. This is a broader complex verdict on.
We don't always have to say it, that, by the way.
also
Like, you can, as in say the show, yeah, but you don't always have to say, this is Brothers Complex. Fucking. I think they know. 'cause they watch
These
the
are
show.
our scores for the new season of ReZero
On Crunchyroll.
on Crunchyroll.
I would give it a 4.
I wasn't thinking at all. I'd give it a 7. 47 though, like I don't know.
I'll give
You
it a
could-
6.
I'll give it a 7. I won't be mad if that's just for new season. I won't be mad if it got pushed down to a 6.
Okay, just
Yeah.
before we start, what do you guys think the overall score for the whole show is?
10.
I'll
eight.
give it a
An 8.
6.
I think 7 is the highest.
6,
that I can
7.
give it.
Well, you're wrong.
6, 7.
I think it's an 8.
It's, yeah.
Mm.
Up until now, the
I'll
show
be
has been
honest.
great.
First season was great. After that, I started dragging.
I think there were really strong points in second season, especially the whole like
Yeah.
Rose
think-
Vault.
I'm gonna be honest.
thing.
I don't know if you agree with me. I think this has been the weakest season out of all.
Yeah,
of
so
them.
yeah,
shit,
definitely,
mate.
definitely.
It wasn't that bad.
So
bro.
shit, I'm actually gonna lower it to a 3, mate. I only watched it because we had to review. Only reason, mate. Because it just drags Emilia to me. There's nothing to her, mate. Apart from Subaru! Bro!
Well, that's just not true.
It is, mate.
Look at the reason. She has like a
According-
whole arc about her having to be
actually,
able to learn to fight for
This,
herself.
the one pro that I have is that this season is like the season where I like her the most because she's not a useless.
She does do a lot
Fossil.
more. But I
never
also
used
think, of course, we're not getting into spoilers now. But one of my slight, I don't know if you guys felt it as well. I feel like because so many other characters were used, I felt it took too much away from Subaru.
Yeah, and his return by death didn't
Wasn't
really
used much.
get
It was used in the beginning a little,
Yeah.
but after then it didn't.
Just,
like,
just to show that they were attacking.
one of
but,
them,
like,
like
ever since he got infected with the dragon blood.
thing.
Yeah.
One of my, because ReZero is arguably in my top 5. I don't know about now, but like one reason why I always loved ReZero is because the topics that it like how it incorporated suffering so well, right? And that's what I always loved because the concept of you returning to like a checkpoint, kinda, and you not being able to tell anyone. I've always thought that was a very good concept, and ReZero does it very well, and especially psychologically, because Natsuki, like realistically, he's not that strong physically.
Yeah.
Like he's just able to repeat shit over and over again and go through stuff so he can eventually figure it out. But like this season is exactly what you said. Return by death wasn't used much.
Yeah, it
and
wasn't
like
plot point.
realistically Subaru throughout every season he has an arc. And he normally suffers a lot, and it just eventually he can like work through it, or even sometimes he doesn't work through it, but there is like an accomplishment. Here I don't see it. Like I don't see what he didn't suffer pretty much.
In the beginning, he did.
How?
But
Well, we're not gonna get into spoilers.
yeah, we're
of
not
course.
going to spoilers.
But not really.
When he meets the
One of the sins,
one that can connect like the pain.
the bandaged one.
No.
Wrath, yeah, that's.
Is it Wrath?
Yeah.
Might be Wrath.
The
Yeah.
part with the kid
It
and
is
him. Do you remember that part in the beginning?
Yeah, that's with Wrath. But yeah, but for example,
He
that
suffered.
one- yeah, but he died and then he did again.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
all, that's
it
the only
was
time he.
Yeah, no, but in like for example, that didn't really even affect him, and I'm pretty sure that was the only main death that he
Yeah,
had.
yeah, it's
Yeah, like even that didn't really affect him. He just was like, oh, okay, I need to go do this
Yeah.
now. Like we're getting attacked and shit.
Yeah.
So
I think the first episode overall was a bit of a drag.
it was an hour.
Like,
and
it
a
was an
half.
hour and a half. I don't think you need that much of a setup.
Yeah, it's because they were expecting a lot. I don't know if it's like those seasons and like arcs in anime where it's like
They have
the exposition arc. Or
Yeah, but this season dealt with a lot of sins, which is like
yeah, exactly. All the sins showed up in this one, and the sins were like very cool.
But
And
I don't think they gave
their
enough
powers
to explain them.
Exactly, their powers are quite interesting, but like they wrapped up like half of their stories in this season, and like
Yeah.
without getting to know them.
I also think that, and I've always hated this films, shows, whatever. The whole thing of like 2 arcs being released at different times. Release a season,
Yeah,
right? Because for example, the first arc it didn't finish.
yeah, because it's
No,
it's the same
it
season.
just stopped halfway. That's literally what it felt like.
And also, mine was more because we know as the viewer what Subaru goes through, but everyone else doesn't really, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they see it just first time happening.
Yeah.
So it kind of like, I'm thinking as the other people looking at this guy, which is not strong, that's pretty much fuck all, because what he does is something bad happens and he finds another way to fix it, right? But the character doesn't know that. They just think, oh, this happened just by itself. So
no, but it has
They
been
know,
Subaru
like,
that's been
yeah.
leading it.
They know
He's
that
reliable.
like Subaru, like standing by him and by his decisions, is gonna get you to the
I just
right
think
place.
they support him too much to the point like they're just
No.
eating his ass,
No.
mate.
No, bro.
Like when he did the speech,
He
in the
led.
microphone.
He has proven it himself.
There, you're just wrong.
Yeah, he has proven
Because he
himself.
led the charge to
against
kill the white whale, which
and,
was like
and he did.
Fair.
Like he's the one that always has information. And they said in the show, he's always the one that's in the right place at the right time.
What the fuck?
No, I was just checking
This
if it
guy
was
just
charging.
he looked at the viewer's soul.
Wake up.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's exactly what you guys said.
I think the season was just weaker because
Yeah.
I think the overall show will still be an 8. I don't think it'll be a 7. but it's
I
pretty
think
much
it
the same.
definitely, it definitely took a big hit by not having the return by death so much. By not having, by the plot of the season not being him trying to figure something out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's just being attacked and then he's like giving an inspiration speech.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't think they should have
First
used that many
season-
scenes.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Use
Just
less.
have one.
Yeah, I mean, be honest, it could have just. I think if it was just Subaru dealing with gluttony, you could still have like the amount of.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But if it was just gluttony and Subaru, you can still have the other people, of course. But I think that would have been very good because Subaru and gluttony have the whole thing because of the previous seasons with Brim.
Yeah.
So I think that would have been.
I think I loved the first season. Like I was really intrigued by it, and then the more it went on, like for example, that whole part of when they're I can't remember what it was called, but they're in that little like section that's
Sanctuary.
protected by the sanctuary.
Hmm.
Mate, in my opinion, that was boring as fuck.
Yeah.
With the whole
With the white rabbit. Where he gets eaten alive.
Yeah.
This is not his
no,
season,
no,
by the way.
after. Like when they're inside that
that's
bubble,
the-
that is-
inside
yeah.
that bubble where they can't get out. Right.
That is that part.
It's
That's,
just-
that's the whole season.
It's just Emily crying and Subaru crying, and just like it's.
Subaru's not crying.
But like being
Well,
No.
that's when he figured out that Oswald wasn't.
yeah,
actually what he meant to be.
that I don't agree.
I didn't like
I
it.
mean, Roswald.
ReZero does have dragging moments throughout all seasons. There's points where it's like brother, but then the problem is with every other season, there's always a big payoff.
I feel like
After
as
all the long
soon-
moments, there's big highs.
I feel like in the early
this season.
seasons, whenever it got to a point where it was like getting to that point of like you're dragging a little bit, as soon as you start feeling that, they would switch it up.
they would crank
So
it up.
and that's why in previous seasons I was always say the pacing is perfect because for example, as soon as I got to the point that I was like, if I was in Subaru's place, I'll probably try and tell someone about this power.
Yeah.
He did try and do that,
Yeah.
and it expands on that. So in the earlier seasons, it was just perfect pacing. The thing is, here they don't do Return by Death, pretty much whatsoever, which
no,
is
they
like
do it
the
like once.
they use power basically.
interesting thing of it. The animation had a step up though. It was better animation
Yeah,
by far, especially in
Not-
certain fight scenes. It was
Oh, yeah, I know what fight
Um,
scene you're on about.
like for example with Garth.
Yeah, I like that.
Fucking, with Garfield, fucking crazy.
That was the best episode.
With Subaru using the black hand was also great.
just look at me.
It was also great. So there was definitely a big step up of the animation as well. But
Yeah, no, I agree. I
Yeah,
mean,
but like
without
the thing,
Return by Death, it feels a little weak.
like ReZero has never been a big anime that like relies on its fights. It's not a jump anime or whatever it is.
I mean, that the step up on animation is welcome. Like, it's not a thing. of, like-
obviously, but like the big thing was the whole Return by Death, and
Yeah. They
when
definitely
when you
agree.
don't have it, it's
and it's annoying because it's what I said. I always thought of ReZero very highly, and like the show is about Subaru dealing with everything, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And when you take that away, what is it?
I say we can get into spoilers now. I think the abilities of the witches were actually decently interesting.
the abilities of
normally
all the
just
things.
like wrath, you're just like angry
Yeah.
or whatever, right? But like the way they worked around it,
Yeah.
I think it was interesting.
I did think it was quite cool, like the part where one of them had a whole thing where everyone just looks at her and copies her or whatever. Do you know which one I'm on about?
Yeah, rough.
The one that was like banded up.
Yeah.
The part where like he gets his leg cut off, and then everyone else has their leg cut off. Like they're like somehow connected. It's literally what you're saying. Like what the sins did was really interesting, but to me it was just I don't know. Apart from that, I just thought it was like very.
I just think, for example, the way the direction they started heading with Wrath, I was like, because that was after the first episode, where it's, the first episode an hour and a half, I was like, they dragged it a little bit here. But they start with Wrath, and I'm like, okay, this is ReZero, where he's dying over and over, and each time, oh, the boy is up there. Oh, this her ability works. Oh, I can't use... And yes, he's more efficient with it, because obviously the previous season had the arc of him learning to not just kill himself.
Yeah.
So I get him being more efficient with it. So the way that he did with Wrath, or he was trying to pick up as many pieces from each wife, the thing is, then as soon as you move on from Wrath, he's not dying and he's learning things. For example, with Pride, he did not die once and then he still figured it out. It would have been much better if he had returned by death a couple times and you could have had interesting struggles with that. But he's figured out by
because
becoming better at learning information.
Pride is like, at least from previous seasons when you only see him like once or twice.
He's the
like
goat.
he's meant to be
the goat.
Stronger. And but at no a single
Was part
moment.
one with many wives.
Yeah, not a single
Oh my
moment did I
God.
feel any like
Yeah.
worry or any sort of like this guy's a threat.
Because you feel that because obviously with a character that can't die, because Subaru obviously always
he
comes
just
back.
monologues all the time.
But it's also not that. It's just with a character that can't die, because Subaru literally always comes back. The desperation that you get isn't, oh, this character is going to die, is, oh, Subaru's fucked because he can't figure this out. That's the desperation you used to feel with past seasons, be like, he's stuck here. Like, he can't save everyone. But with this, he's like, you don't feel that because he's like, okay, he's just happy dying and he's
like,
figuring it out.
yeah,
If
Yeah.
I had to remake the show, I would have done this.
The season.
This season, yeah, sorry. Forget all the other sins. Use the 3 gluttony. Because just the fact that there's 3, there's already a lot to talk about there. And then you could play with the thing of like, the first 2. No, there's 3.
That's true.
No,
There was the
there is
little
3.
guy.
No, but there's 3. There's like famine, satiation, and the third one, something like that. I think.
I thought they only showed 2 in the show.
Yeah, I think they only showed 2, but like one of them did say there were 3.
Oh, the big sister. They didn't
Oh, yeah.
the big sister.
They did.
And then like the guy with the JoJo guy showed up, I don't know, like after they destroyed. But I think it should be. And then for example, one of the wives, Natsuki, like Subaru could go like insane because he like gluttony did all that to Ram, and then he like the gluttony actually
How
ends up
interesting would it be if, I'm sorry to interrupt you,
if they forgot.
Gluttony stole Subaru, but he stayed awake, but
So
everyone
that's exactly
else,
what I was gonna say.
this is a great idea, I'm glad I'm having it. Everyone
off,
else would forget Subaru, and he has to use Return by Death and be able to convince people that they don't know him, Emilio doesn't know him, no one knows him, and he has to convince people to beat Gluttony. How interesting would
And
that
I hate when shows
I
do
did-
that.
No, he could have. They could
Like
have
the whole,
forgotten
they
him.
forget you and you have to like remind
No, but
them.
they could have forgotten him, right? And then he somehow like just got to the point where it's like no one knows who I am, no one believes me, where he ends up killing himself or something like that, or like it leads him to a point where he has to return by death to the point,
to convince people to beat Gluttony.
or like before even that they made him forget him, and then he has to work around either not telling the name or something like that.
I think it would be better if because there's 3 gluttonies. I know we had seen one before. If they show one that we haven't seen, that
What was one that
that's-
had
I think
the
they all
seen
look the
before?
same.
I know that they do, but they also can change shape. So maybe work with something like that. I mean, we're rewriting the plot, so yeah. So Mike, one of the gluttonies, the main antagonist of this season, and it starts off with Subaru going through like the normal life that he started with the season, and then out of nowhere, no one remembers him. So he needs to keep on dying to figure out at what point did he get his memories got taken, to figure out who is Gluttony, and then when he does, it's to defeat him.
Yeah, I mean, that idea is fucking shit, but... no, I'm joking, obviously. That is a good idea.
This guy...
I think overall... no,
It's because it's my episode.
Fire
bro.
him.
I'm so joking. To be fair,
see how
I
I
think
don't put it
overall
out.
it was a bad idea to have
agree with
these
you.
many like sins.
No, yeah.
all
It was
in
a
one
lot
season.
just...
Raph was good. Keep with that because she has a very connection to Betelgeuse.
Yeah.
So there's
Betelgeuse.
there's connections to that. And if you want to add another one of the sins to make some other characters busy whilst he's focused on Raph and stuff like that.
They tried to do so much
Sure.
stuff.
Yeah, I didn't think it was too much. It took away the importance
Like
of
there
each one.
shouldn't be an
There's a fucking
episode.
dragon.
Yeah.
There's,
There
pride,
shouldn't be an
there's-
episode where Subaru
The
doesn't
dragon pissed
show
me
up
off.
at all.
Yeah. Oh really? Is that an episode like that?
There are.
Like,
Like
Garfield,
for example, with the episode with the guy, the merchant,
Oh, true.
he doesn't really show up there at all. Like he only shows up afterwards with Pride.
Yeah.
I mean, like the dragon was also a bit stupid. Like I was like,
And then they
okay.
tried to. They also had the whole arc with Reinhardt.
But that was fine. I really liked the arc.
That was
No,
good,
I like
yeah.
the arc, but it's like that was like one of the positives, of course. But it's like they could have, if they didn't focus so much on other stuff, they could have just taken away. They maybe could even added more to that.
I really
to
like
add
the
more
Sword Master
substance.
arc though.
Mm.
Like the Sword Saint arc. I really like that. And I also really like Garfield stuff. Pretty much everything they did with him, I really liked
yeah,
it.
like him fighting the
The-
guy
I
was
know,
very
I
cool.
know. ReZero is also always has this goofy moment, and one of my favorite parts of the show is even when they have those goofy moments, right? And they try to be funny with Natsuki, and it's like, and it is him throwing up because he's just putting this facade. But like in this season, and especially in I think it was one of the last fights with Raph, with the song. It felt like a lot of with the power of friendship. Let's go
Yeah.
up everyone.
That's something that girl that was always singing.
The songstress.
Yo or whatever.
Bro, I don't give a fuck.
Like
What?
it felt
What do you
in
mean you don't
in
give a
other
fuck?
seasons, it felt like the
And whenever
funny.
she would sing, I'll be like, I skipped a couple of them, bro, because I was like, couldn't be bothered.
Hey, no,
I
don't know.
Are you fired, mate? When she's saying he doesn't like the song because she sings.
It felt like in other seasons, the funny parts, or even when the Subaru was just being stupid or just fucking nutting over Amelia, like it all added to his character and added to his arc. But in this season, it didn't feel like that at all. And I have to agree with him, especially with the Wrath fight.
Better.
It felt like it was a lot of power of friendship.
Yeah, it was.
Like let's sing the town together.
And yeah,
like,
and it's like you said, they were working with so many characters. Like,
I don't get the
you
power of
can't-
friendship you guys talk about though.
you can't give a meaningful like story to every single one of them.
Yeah, but I don't really get the power of friendship stuff you guys talk about.
Like, for example, with the Subaru speech of like, we can defeat them together.
No,
And
that like
then-
that part I like.
but-
I mean more like the last
I mean,
fight against
it was more the people
Wrath.
after being like, oh, you were the only one that could have done this. You were the right choice. Whenever he speaks down about him, the dog guy being like, nah, mate, you're the strongest of us.
Why is the
Big
dog guy
brother.
British?
Huh?
Why is the dog guy British, bro?
I mean, it's just like I don't know. I love ReZero, and I've always really liked it.
I was alright.
This season just disappointed me a little bit.
Yeah.
But the positives that we definitely have to take away is Garth and Reinhardt.
Yeah, it's just this whole sort of thing. And the animation is a step up.
I mean, that one episode
the-
from
the
Garth,
things-
that's
No.
it showed up out of nowhere. To be
Yeah.
honest.
I was shocked.
I was like, oh, they definitely spent like the whole budget on that one
And the
episode.
scenes are interesting. The only thing that affects Garth's character arc is the little bitch that follows him around.
The vampire thingy, the ball.
No,
hunter.
no, 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 that's fine.
no, bro, that annoyed me
that
so
pissed
much.
me off.
The-
Why?
No.
Bro, if they made
child
her,
that falls in love with him.
no, because technically that's a grown woman. I don't know
I
why they
know,
did that.
but like I don't like
if
when
they
they
made
do
I
her
that.
hate when
a
anime does
proper,
that.
no, if they made
Like a child that's a
proper,
grown woman. Sorry.
if they made a proper fucking
You prefer your children
woman,
to be children.
like just a normal woman, like they have
Yeah,
other,
yeah.
and have maybe even a romantic relationship going on that will reflect and help Garth's character arc. Great. Instead, they decide to do this stupid fucking joke. Every time she was on screen, I wanted to grab the closest metal pipe and just shove it down my throat.
Would have been perfect for my topic, man.
I think that's
That's a weird
something else you
temptation.
wanna-
Something else?
wanna-
Okay.
I mean, it's just like
She's a child, by the way.
She's not a child. But
So yeah,
I don't even know
there
why they
were
do that.
obviously
There were
it's
some-
still good, mainly because of all the development the show has done so far from the previous seasons. But yeah, I don't know if this is a big setup for something else. But like they wrapped up Pride's Sin and Wrath,
and like the way they defeated him was interesting.
It was
But like
interesting.
it's just the way he figured it out. It's what you said.
Yeah.
He should have used return by
yeah,
Death.
that's like his one shtick. So
Yeah.
if you don't use it, it's like having a movie about Iron Man and he doesn't put.
And I get-
the
And
two
also,
having-
like, how are you sending Reinhardt to the moon? Like, well, let's be honest,
What?
that
That's
guy
fine.
cannot
What-
breathe in space.
What are you talking about?
He cannot breathe in space.
You're wrong.
Are you joking with me, bro? You're trying to apply physics knowledge in terms of he can't like breathe in space, even though he's like fucking.
No, because
clapping
I
people in
thought
half, mate.
when he was going, he was like, oh, it's gonna take me a while. I was like, maybe he just like
He was
he's
obviously
have
gonna
run
bounce
back.
off the moon, bro.
Did not
I
know
knew
he was
that
gonna get
happen.
shot up into space.
Bro, how many people
I
get
feel like
shot
that's a
up?
bit much, bro.
Very fair. That's anime.
I know it's
What,
anime,
bro, like, yeah.
but you're talking like I don't know.
I think considering he's the sword saint.
What
like,
you
it
think
makes
about the Pride's death? I like that he didn't. I thought for a second they were gonna be like Pride actually feels bad or some shit like that. I'm glad that until the end he kept stopping his heart and it was like I'm gonna kill you all.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was good. I just think that like they had opportunities to do great and they just chose not to. Like
Yeah.
the little
They,
fucking girl.
they should have done less since.
Yeah,
Just
maybe
focused
six,
on.
maybe
Yeah,
six.
and if
On
they
the
just
few.
did more return, like I get having to do less return by death because of the past arc of no Subaru. Just be, I can't just kill myself. I get doing that, and that's why he has the black hand thing. Cool idea, but they can't just remove return by death. That
yeah.
removes so much.
Yeah, but
of
that's
the
the reason why I
show. Realistically, I only give it 6 because of everything I know about the characters from
You
past
gave it a
seasons.
7.
Well, I've awarded 6
Oh,
already.
okay.
Yeah, but I've voted mine to a 3, by the way.
Okay. To be fair, you're fired, so your opinion doesn't really matter anymore.
Okay. Speaking
Well,
of something
apparently we're all fired. We won't see you next week.
You guys take over.
of which is not really a pro or a con, it's just something that I found interesting. Al's character,
Who's
the guy
mascot.
the guy with the
I
helmet.
fucked with him.
I think
I quite like that.
I think
He's Subaru's
either
dad.
He's Subaru, just a future version, or he can also return by death. Because when he was fighting, he's always been mysterious for no
Yeah.
reason. He's always been very like affectionate.
Well, he's not
to
Subaru, that's for
Subaru.
sure. Because Subaru will not stand with a different queen than Emilia.
Yeah.
So that's not. It's not
True.
Subaru for sure.
But it's yet to
It,
because
it could be the apostle of a different witch.
when he
Or
was
not apostle, but you know what I'm saying.
because he keeps on hiding his face, so that's obviously something that they're going to reveal. And when he was fighting the dragon's lust by himself, right? I was hearing him talking. He's like, oh yeah, dying. That you don't underestimate dying. That shit really hurts, especially when it's your first time. Like the way he was talking,
I don't know.
You'd have to
I don't
watch
think
it.
so. Because like,
Don't
if
take
you,
away from Subaru. The only
who
thing
gave
he does
Subaru
the return by death. It's because he's not from this world. He got isekai. You have to remember that.
Maybe.
And it's because of the witch of envy, which overlooked the world, and she's already talked to Subaru, and their
Oh, yeah, I
relationship
forgot
is
that he
very
wasn't
special.
from
Like
this
it's
world.
not.
Fuck.
Yeah, you
So I don't think she would just do that to someone else. Just be like, I'm tired of Subaru. Like,
Maybe.
this is definitely. I mean, there's definitely something. I think he's sus.
no, there is something there.
He's sus.
But-
But
I just know that's just my other prediction.
Maybe he's like Reinhardt's twin, or some shit. Probably not.
Or it could be like Subaru's left nut. I do think this is definitely the worst season out of all of them.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Should we
Rating
put
tier
a-
list.
yeah.
Pretty terrible show.
So
So we're rating the show as a whole, like we did with.
it's gonna be
Daredevil.
all tough. But I mean, I guess we would. Have
I
guess we
I'm
would have
putting
to.
it lower good or upper good.
Can we just say? Because I was gonna say it belongs in the good section.
Yeah.
Really?
As a whole, yeah.
As a whole,
I
as a
think
whole.
lower good. I mean, yes, this season was bad.
Well,
but,
like green.
Bro, how many episodes have we done?
This guy still doesn't know the two of us. And
No,
maybe
it's
they just-
absolute cinema.
You only,
Bro,
you only
it's
found
right
out about colors last week.
Yeah. Yeah, it's green. I know. Yellow is the
Okay.
mediocre. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to put a mediocre.
So-
man.
We're not.
It was mid. It was mid.
I was saying lower good.
Yeah.
The show as a whole.
I mean, if he's putting it as mid,
are we-
I would put it upper good.
Yeah. What about you?
Honestly, like.
I'm down with that.
Because
pretty good, to be
bro, the first few seasons were amazing.
fair. Yeah.
Mid, bro.
Like, and the thing is, I don't
'Cause-
think
agree
you guys can disagree with me. I don't think there's any other show that plays psychological suffering as well as ReZero does.
Right now we have Free Run mid. What else
Death
do we have?
Note.
We haven't reviewed Death Note.
No, 18 men in psychological trauma, which still isn't true.
I just threw something in the air.
Just a
bro.
woogie.
You're fine.
What else do you have on the anime one?
Yeah.
Castlevania.
Is on the good as well.
I don't even know what
Ain't no way
Castlevania
we're
is.
putting Castlevania and ReZero in the same.
ReZero should be higher.
ReZero was mid.
You
ReZero
guys
was a
suck.
5, bro.
It was not a 5. You just
No,
don't know.
no,
You don't
bro.
have good taste.
Yeah.
It was mid.
You just.
I just walked.
You're not a fan of long build-ups and slow
say
build-ups.
that. Bro, Amelia was.
Yeah, she was. Yeah,
Bro,
but,
so
but to be honest,
much,
but her
bro.
character development was good. Like
Yeah.
she's finally learning to be more independent.
Yeah, but
I
I'm not
actually liked her
saying
this
that.
season.
But also, like. I don't know. I just felt
And
like.
Beatrice's development as well. Of
Yeah,
independence.
Beatrice's development was good, and
Garth.
Garth was really good.
Okay, so we do have Blue Lock is the only a top grade or good right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be on. I feel like it's on
and then,
top. On par.
like-
And then Free Run's bottom grade or good next to Castlevania. I don't know why Castlevania is up there, because of you.
we gotta review these.
Then Dan is top mediocre, and then we have Secret Level bottom mediocre.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
ReZero worse than
To be
Dan.
fair, I mean, I
Sure.
preferred both Free Run and Castlevania over ReZero.
I want to put,
Actually, I don't know.
No, I prefer
yeah.
ReZero.
Bro, you gotta keep in mind, like, obviously
Over
this last
both.
season.
Obvious. Oh, what were the two?
Castlevania and Free Run.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, yeah.
I mean,
You gotta, obviously, like this last season is
Yeah,
stronger
we're gonna
than
be
mine. but you
biased
gotta take
towards the season we just
Bro, I
watched.
used to consider
But
ReZero.
I know.
Yeah.
And because me and Danny, we'd watch
Speak your
hours
truth,
and
King.
hours of ReZero, like nights in a row. And I remember, like, I haven't had an anime make me sit on my edge of my seat like that.
Yeah.
And where the protagonist is suffering so much and no one
Yeah,
else.
like it generally was in my top 5. It was in Peak Fiction.
So Subaru is
Really,
he's the
mate.
definition of
Yeah.
helpless.
No,
bro.
it's one of them shows that like if you don't have more than one brain cell, you can't rewatch it.
I mean, but to be honest, but to be honest, he makes a solid point. When you think about it, you're a bit of a dickhead, so it's like you're not gonna understand the concept. He's trying to think of a comeback to say. I
So
think
you're
it's all
saying-
good. I think it's all good.
You
I think
Based
so.
on the earlier
No.
seasons.
Okay,
I'm gonna be honest. The only reason why it's not Absolute Cinema is because of this fucking.
Yeah.
season.
Below
You guys are nuts,
Blue Walk,
mate.
though.
Below
There's only 2 levels.
Now, like, Blue Walk is above it.
top mid.
No.
No?
I think they're about the same level. Like they're very different
Very
animes.
different.
So like it's in terms of like writing and stuff. I think they're around the same level. Maybe ReZero I don't even put
Top
above
mid?
it.
Probably on par with an anime that we just
Because
watched.
like if you're just comparing, like it's just very different shows. So the only thing you can really compare is enjoyment, and I enjoyed ReZero a lot as well. So in terms of enjoyment, I probably enjoyed them the same, but it's very different writings. Like ReZero is obviously a lot more in terms of writing that fucking.
Let's
Blue Lock.
compromise and go top mid.
No,
no, it's not going on
Well,
mid.
you know, we only compromise if like there isn't a large agreement.
I would put it because like We also gotta take this
Oh,
guy.
he's
Yeah,
not
no,
gonna
but
take
if
the
us
job.
three agree on something, that it doesn't matter what the other
I
person
agree.
agrees.
It's
Bottom
I'm down
good.
for
For example,
top good.
For example, when he was saying
But
that
it's-
Spider-Man was a tool, we're not gonna put it in dog shit, are we?
Yeah. I'm agreeing with top two. With top two.
Top good.
With top good.
Yeah, I'm
just
good.
Bullock first.
I mean, that doesn't matter.
It's the order in the,
But
of the
you
pictures.
think I'm gonna be switching the others?
No, it's not a
order.
bottom good or top
Ain't
good.
no way
like,
the
it's-
ReZero
there's
is
not
gonna
a
be
specific
top
order.
good.
Okay. I thought that was.
No.
Okay.
It was a drag to watch the last season. A drag, mate. A
what?
drag. ReZero.
Yeah,
mate.
it was a weak season.
were talking about the whole show, though.
ReZero used to be in
The only
Big
one
Fiction,
that
mate.
does drag here is you,
Bro,
mate.
ReZero,
Because I dropped my balls
not a
across
10
your
not-
face.
Not a 10 out of 10, but it used to be a 9 out of 10.
A 9
Overall.
out of
Bro, ReZero was
Bro.
arguably. I don't know after this last season.
Take the season away. 9 out of 10.
ReZero was the same
Nine.
enjoyment as
7,
watching.
8.
Take the season away.
7, 8.
The last season. Take the season away.
9, it's 9.
8.
ReZero was the same enjoyment as watching Daredevil. I know they're not the same.
Yeah, I gave Daredevil so far a 10 out of 10, so I don't know what that was.
And yes.
You
It's a different tier list,
I
yeah,
gave
different tier
Daredevil a 9.
gave Castlevania 10.
True. No, but he has mental problems.
has
You know
mental
he was off his man.
Bro, ReZero, take away this.
fat pills.
That's what I'm saying. Take away this season. ReZero is arguably in my top 5, and it should be absolute.
ReZero's so fine, mate. You're
Taking
insane.
away this last
You're
season.
insane now, mate.
I'm
This
not-
season hurt it.
This
So,
season
top
hurt
good?
a lot, unfortunately.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Especially you gave us long shit.
I don't agree.
Top good.
You're fired, so I don't know.
Sapphire.
Good thing your
Um,
opinion doesn't matter.
So yeah, that was that.
Yeah.
that
So
was
that was our
that was
review
that.
for
That was
For ReZero.
for ReZero
and Crunchyroll. Last
This
season
was for the
disappointing.
overall show. You know our scores for the-
season 3.
Yeah, obviously what we put on the
It
tier
was
list
today's
is the
news.
overall show. It doesn't.
Yeah, you go watch it. It's on Crunchyroll, so you can watch it. Give your honest opinion in the comments if you agree with me with it being.
So you guys think that what? So what did you give
He
it?
interrupted me when I was
6.
making a
The
segment.
overall show.
7, 8.
So you'd say it's like on par with Invincible. Or you say Invincible's way better?
No, Invincible was better.
Bomba
It's
Clan, mate.
different
Yeah,
way,
I
yeah.
mean-
It's also very different media.
Yeah,
I mean, it's very hard.
That's why we put them in
Because
separate.
when you're comparing, like, for example, Bullock or even Bullock and ReZero, like, it's such different media, especially if you're comparing ReZero to, for example, a superhero show. The only thing you can go off of is enjoyment.
Yeah,
And you can enjoy something a lot, but recognize its faults.
True. That's
So,
a very good
I
point.
didn't enjoy it. Only I enjoyed season 1. After that, bored. Only I stopped halfway watching season
To be
2.
fair, the reviews
Make me watch it because we're gonna review. Because we're gonna review. Watch season 2.
Review's
without-
over, mate.
The review's over.
Alright, so okay,
Objection.
now we're gonna be moving on to the game. This is our last part of the episode. The game we're playing
GuessLink.
today is GuessLink. So as I said in the beginning of the episode, me and him were losers.
Guess who's
So-
linked by the asshole? That's the game.
What?
I
By
don't
the
even
bead.
understand. Something about his
By the
asshole.
umbilical cord.
So he is gonna go with me, and he's gonna go with him. So they both thought of what?
So
Games.
today we're doing games. Yeah.
So me and Pedro have 15 questions to guess the game. The person that guesses correctly wins. It's simple enough. Yeah, I think I've.
They
done
can
that.
shoot before those questions, because obviously you want to make
it's
sure.
a very simple game.
If you lose, you're gonna wear a punishment next
Next
episode.
episode. By this point of the episode, if you're watching, just subscribe and I
Yeah.
don't know. Go check our social media. It's all linked. I'm not even gonna go into
No,
it much.
your support does go a long way, so do please subscribe and let us know if you want us to review anything, if there's anything that you'd like us to do.
Also,
let's jump into the game.
let me know so I have a word with the judge. If he made a bad decision, I can talk to him.
For sure that.
Are we tracking the questions? Or
The numbers,
We track.
number of questions, yeah. So you just put on a calculator, but don't be holding your phone. Otherwise, if we're four guys holding your phone, staring at it, we don't talk.
Just joking.
All right. Who's starting with questions between you two?
Rafa can start.
I can start. Okay, so this is a game, right? That's all we know. It's a game.
You would.
Okay, let me.
Let me.
Okay.
Lock eyes.
Okay. Okay. Is it a game I've played?
No.
I've clicked already.
Is a game I've played. Bomba class for
no,
question!
No, I don't
I
think
haven't
so.
played it either, man. I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, so I haven't played this game.
Haven't played the game. Good start.
Oh Jesus, that is an amazing start. I'm in the same boat as you, so I don't know why you're complaining.
So you actually went for like hard.
Why would you go for a game we haven't played?
Maybe keep asking the questions and then we'll talk about it once you know.
Well, what's the name of the game? Okay, so
Castlevania.
Would I know? Okay, no, that's a dumb question. Sorry, forget what I was about to say. Is it a? Wait, no, I would have played all those. Have I played every PlayStation?
Why did I not play the game?
Is it a good game?
Say yes or no. Why did I not play the game?
I think I've played most PlayStation exclusive ones. What? I don't even know. Is it a PlayStation exclusive?
No.
Is it a game where I played like the first one, but I simply just didn't play the second game?
No.
The thing is, because we haven't done games before, like, I don't really know what questions to ask.
Think and then ask the question.
Okay, I'm just gonna shoot or shoot. Is this a single player game?
Yes.
Is this a horror game?
Yes.
Ooh, horror!
Ah, come on.
Horror game.
He
Don't know
narrowed it
any
down,
horror
narrowed it down,
games.
narrowed it down. It's a single player.
Oh, what should be Resident Evil?
The fact is, it's because I haven't played it that's pushing me a bit on edge.
I've played Phasmophobia. But that's the only two games I know.
Let me spit on my fucking forehead, mate.
I've played the pig one, by the way.
Bro, shut up. He's not gonna tell me anything. I haven't played, not played this one.
Can't remember its name.
So descriptive.
Can't remember the name.
I guess I could answer.
Oh, you won't choose a...
Is it a fighting game?
No.
Oh, fuck. I was thinking maybe it was Tekken.
We played Tekken.
Not Tekken.
In a birthday party when we were like 9.
That we did do that. Shit, I was
I can't remember because I beat.
Oh, I've played Resident Evil, so that couldn't be
I
even
beat
a-
the birthday boy's father and then he starts swearing at me.
That couldn't even be it, because I've played Resident Evil. Unless it's a specific Resident Evil game. Horror game.
Bro, I'm more worse than you. And why did I ask that? Most fighting games aren't single player.
Mate,
That's a good point.
I've played Casper.
No, the PSP.
It wasn't PSP, was it? It was PS2.
What? Isn't it
The Casper Races thing. It's
Yes,
PS2.
PS2, yeah.
Bro, I know my shit.
Mate, he went with a horror game.
Is that even a horror game?
You can ask.
Horror game, mate.
Ask if Casper Racing is a horror game.
Ah, bro, I have no clue what to ask.
Every
you.
horror game is single player. It's a single player game.
It's not your question, mate.
It is my question.
No, it is his. It is his.
Oh,
I asked
really?
if it was fighting.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
It's
Go.
a single player game.
Yes.
Of course it is, mate.
I'm trying to think about how to narrow this down.
Bro, there's... What horror games does he
I'm
think
just gonna
I
ask
know?
this. So is it a story-based... Wait,
How
the thing is
is
that-
it his turn? I'm on 4, you're on 3, and he started. it wasn't. It was his turn. I was right. So you can't ask 2.
No,
Wait, what? Doesn't make sense. I have 4 things written here, bro. You've asked me 4 questions. I've asked you 4
So
questions.
it's you not doing your job.
I'm counting. Stop counting, because I'm counting.
I'm not with you. I'm telling you. He's been listening to me.
It's all, like, who told me it was a horror game?
He did.
He did,
okay. You're fine.
This guy, I swear to God.
Wait, if his head was on Sash's shoulders, he'd lose it.
I haven't played this game. The thing is, for you guys to pick games, we have to know them, right? So it's
Games that we haven't played.
that we haven't played, which is a bit weird because they're both ideas. Let's be honest.
They basically decided that we want this segment to be double the
Okay,
time.
are they? The thing is, I shouldn't ask if they're popular games. That's stupid.
No.
Did it come out recently?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
Why is he answering for me, bro? I'm gonna beat this guy's ass.
Did it come out recently?
No.
1999.
It's 1978 recent.
More recent.
Does it involve fighting bosses?
Yeah.
Like boss battles?
Technically, yeah.
Should I change my question?
No, that's your answer.
So technically there's boss battles.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I supposed to
Yeah.
take away from that?
Yeah.
Yes, technically or no? bro?
Technically, yeah. That's my answer.
Yeah. Technically, he's right.
Okay, so it's not a straight yes.
No.
Okay, so that take away.
It's a gay yes.
Do I know?
It's a yes that's questioning a little bit if he likes yeses or no's.
Do I know the game because I saw a Portuguese YouTuber playing it?
Somewhat specific.
I.
Technically,
How
yeah.
am I gonna know?
To be fair, he doesn't know what you watch.
Well, I'm just gonna say take away the Portuguese.
Is it because I've watched a YouTuber?
I think so. Yeah.
What is this?
Well, no, because the thing
Helping the
is,
disabled.
I don't know if it was in Portuguese or in English.
It doesn't matter. You say yes or no, bro. You don't say anything else.
YouTuber played it, potentially Portuguese.
It really didn't help him.
He pretty much gave him a technically, yeah.
Yeah, it was technically. Yes.
I'm gonna remember the name
Skip that frame.
of a game that I haven't played. That's not even recent.
So yeah, okay, wait. So let me go over. So I haven't played it. Not PlayStation exclusive. Single player. It's not a fighting game. That was the question. It came out recently, and it's technically a boss battle game. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So that. I'm trying to think of games like.
Oh, it'll be so
I'm
funny if I've actually played this game and this guy doesn't know.
I'm just trying to think.
Maybe.
It's the big one.
Because the boss battle ones, I'm just gonna go through my train of thought because that's not helping me because they're not horror games. I was initially thinking that it could be something like Elden Ring, Black Myth Wukong, or Ghost of Tsushima because those are all recent games that are very popular. I would know them, but they're all boss battles. So it's not technically in any of those. And I also put God of War Ragnarok, but I didn't think you'd pick that. So those are out. Now I'm trying to think of a game that came out recently. Okay, that I haven't played. So the thing is the because we're talking about games that I haven't played. Some of the like for example, I'm thinking of a game right now, but because I don't know much about it, I don't know if it could be. So it could be the Guardians game, but I don't know if that has boss battles or anything like that. I think it does, but like I can't ask a question that's gonna narrow it down much.
Do you have your question ready?
No.
I'm still thinking.
My thinking is Five Nights at Freddy, but I've played that. Subnautica.
Casper Races, bro. I think you had it there.
Subnautica, but I've also played that. Did I play that? No, I didn't play that. So it could be Subnautica. I remember the game where there's like the characters and you make the decisions, and but I played that. Can't remember the name, but I played that. Like the one where they're in the mountain and there's like those gremlins. I played that game.
Gremlins.
Watch it and play this. If it's that one, you're fucked.
I'm trying to think of a question. Right now I'm thinking of two
Yeah, you're
games.
fucked because I know it's that one.
I'm thinking of Guardians in Cyberpunk, and I'm gonna try and pick a question that maybe can cancel them out.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Is my game around surrounding any Marvel characters?
No.
Does my game have Wendigos?
Yes.
I'm fucked. Absolutely fucked. I'm gonna put my phone down, bro.
Bro, how have you? What did you give me, bro?
How am I gonna know the name? Do you know how many years has it been since that game?
Thiago's poker face is shit.
Less than 10 years.
Huh?
Less than 10 years.
Less than 10 years. And you think I'm gonna remember a game less than 10 years? The name. A game that I never played.
What did you just say? You played it.
No, I watched this game. And no, and I did play, you fucker.
I don't know if you did.
I did, mate.
I'm not sure you did.
The game was
Maybe you're
free.
thinking about the wrong game.
No, the game was free. It was one of those that you get monthly. And I did play for a bit. But because I
Oh,
already...
so it's more recent then.
Well, I still lived at home, you!
Wait, is it?
Oh, John Pork, mate. That's mad. Rafa, you fired to think, bro. I'm not gonna get the name.
Yeah, but you still have lots of questions, and you already know what it is.
I know what it is. What can I ask for the name? Does it start with the letter S, mate?
Yeah,
And
you
I'm
go
gonna
through the alphabet, mate. You go questions.
I'm just gonna start writing names. Samsung.
Casper's Races, just in case, so you don't forget.
Why is The Last of Us in my head, mate? It's not that. The embryo. That's my next guess.
To be honest, is it a horror game?
No.
Mate, fuck off. Gee, I'm not gonna guess the name. The Last of Us, for some reason that's in my head. Creatures of Dawn. No, mate, that doesn't even sound right. It's something like The Last of Us. It's like Until Dawn. Where did that come from?
I think I might be cooked here.
Until Dawn? where did that come from?
This guy's actually having a stroke. This guy's actually having a stroke, bro.
She just popped in.
Oh, wait, it is his question, though.
Yeah, it's your question.
Does the name of the game finish with Dawn?
Yes.
You gave him that seriously,
Bombacard, that was the pull of the century, mate. My brain was
bro.
just like...
What? That's
You
the
have one
easiest
question.
game. Oh, bro.
Don't worry,
Yeah,
but I'm gonna
fuck.
shoot next one.
I'm fucked, bro. For all.
Now, is it the Until Dawn or is it Until Dawn? Am I gonna get fucked up with that?
That's for easy to say.
Alright, don't worry, I have one more question. I'm gonna check if there's a the up front.
To be fair, he does. He can give you another question.
Let me write it before I forget.
How funny would that be?
You wouldn't have picked a Harry Potter game. I don't even know the name to that. I mean, do any of us own this game?
No.
It's not Cyberpunk then.
Until Dawn.
That is correct. Well, it's actually the Until Dawn. No, it's not.
It's not.
No, because I practice. I want to play that Until Dawn.
Bro, seriously, Until Dawn. I've watched that game 3 times, and people keep playing it. They started playing this year again.
Did they?
Yeah.
Who did?
I didn't
YouTubers.
remember the name until.
Oh yeah, bro. That I pulled out of my ass.
Games that came out.
I was the embryo before, man. No, that close to Until Dawn.
I have absolutely no clue.
Well, you have to shoot some.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
at least
just gonna
shoot
say-
some.
I'm just gonna say Ghost of Tsushima.
Is that a final answer? I mean, you don't have time to think, to be fair, so you don't have to give me a final answer.
Options I had. God of War, no. Yeah, I'm gonna say Ghost of Tsushima.
It was Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah, that's possible.
Wrap up the episode.
If you enjoyed, I mean, let us know if you agree with us with our review on rezero. I think we reviewed it perfectly well, even though this guy's a hater.
Dog shit.
And well,
Yeah,
whatever.
he'll obviously have to wear a punishment next time, which
Yeah.
is a first, but you know.
I mean,
Oh, yeah, first time
I mean,
we do it.
I still disagree with it, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna talk
we
off
can talk
camera.
about it.
But I don't think
He's gonna
anything.
have a talk off camera.
No, like, I don't think
He's gonna have a
anything's
talk off camera. Nobody's gonna care. But I hope you did care about this episode. I hope you tuned in next week and actually, you know, please subscribe. That actually helps a lot. And
100.
obviously, we're gonna stay posting. We're gonna
Yeah.
keep doing our thing. So see you next
Be
week.
on the lookout for the next episode. It's this guy's first punishment.
So yeah, see ya.